No active cases and no new cases of COVID-19 in New Zealand.
Here's a summary of the article.
There are no active cases and no new cases of COVID-19 in New Zealand, the Ministry of Health has confirmed. The ministry said the individual was listed earlier on as a probable case but was removed when they tested negative for COVID-19. Dr. Bloomfield said it's the first time since the 28th of February that there have been no active cases. There are also no new cases of COVID-19 in New Zealand for the 17th day in a row, and no further deaths. The last reported new case of COVID-19 in this country was on the 22nd of May. There was no stand-up today from the Ministry of Health. The total number of confirmed cases remains at 1,154. The combined total of confirmed and probable cases remains at 1,504.
This post received a score of 78,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Additionally, a decision will be made today as to when remaining COVID restrictions, excluding obvious international ones, will be ended. Update: no more restrictions by tomorrow morning.
New South Wales here. Gone. Cough let us in Marty's. Cough cough wheeze.
Oh, that's just my wildfire wheeze, not sure why everyone keeps bringing it up.
Remember when the Australian wildfires were obviously going to be the biggest story of 2020?
Wait, that was this year.
Yeah, they ended in January or February I think. Wikipedia says Sept. 19 March 20. They were in the thick of it around New Year's if I'm remembering right. Feels like a fucking eternity ago, but also Reddit forgot about them when COVID showed up and started becoming a big deal in China in middle January.
I mean, we're already halfway through 2020.
Not yet halfway. In the beginning of July we're halfway.
Brilliant day for NZ. There will be new flare-ups, but in 101 days we've done something remarkable. We are the first country who's had over 1,000 cases and managed to eradicate. Whakamihi NZ.
Taiwan and Vietnam have basically eradicated it as well. No local cases for over 50 days, just from repatriation flights with passengers all quarantined.
I understand Taiwan and NZ islands, but how the hell did Vietnam do it?
I live in Vienne. There were 2 cases in my neighborhood in HCMC, and both apartment blocks where they lived got completely shut down, and the residents were not allowed to leave. This is just an example of some of the stuff Vienne did that was useful, but never would have happened in the USA at the peak. In HCMC, they set up movable barricades around each district so if one district got too bad they would just isolate it. Along with that, the medical system here is pretty good, and the party leaders seem to do a really good job. I'm American so my understanding is limited.
Also live in Vietnam. I think it was also helped by the way people just got on with it. The percentage of people who started wearing masks in the street, not just on bikes, before it was even official just went up rapidly. Hand washing to go into a shop just happened. No complaints or protests I knew of. Likewise, people evading quarantine were vilified rather than seen as a hero rebel. Basically, they treated it as a fight against the virus rather than the government.
The vast majority of people in New Zealand obeyed the quarantine restrictions placed on us too. And lo and behold, it worked.
I know it's really weird, isn't it? A friend on FB is promoting how hand washing is wrong and mask wearing etc., and using these countries as examples of countries out of lockdown and why is not needed. It's just a big fuss, it's all about control and whatever. Their understanding of cause and effect is somewhat lacking.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.